Good morning guys and girls, and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to show you how I make 100,000 gold a week controlling multiple different servers markets. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. First of all, what you want to be doing is creating a level 1 toon. I really do suggest that you pick a human, or if you're Horde, you pick an orc, as they are pretty much the default classes to get to for bankers, and it's just easier to get to the capital cities. Now the setup for a banker toon is relatively straightforward. You set up your add-ons, which we'll be covering later in this video, and you're going to want to make sure they're sat at the auction house awaiting for the transmog. Step 2 is basically what you want to be doing is creating a Death Knight, and you're going to want to level him up 15 levels to level 70, which will unlock the Demon Hunter. Now once you have done the Demon Hunter starting zone, you'll have roughly around about 1,700 to about 2,000 gold just by leveling your Demon Hunter out of their starting zone. What you're going to want to do is send over that money from your Demon Hunter leveling to your bank vault, so they have gold to actually start posting items on the auction house. Now with your Demon Hunter, what you want to do is by setting them up with at least Loot Appraiser so you can see what type of items are dropping. And you're going to want to have to pick some farms. Once they are all set up, sit them near the farm. Once your Demon Hunter is now set up and they're all ready for doing their farming, what you want to do is unlock at least your garrison from Warlords of Draenor, and make sure that they have at least either 2 of the 3 gathering professions, as this will help out in the long term. Personal preference, I use skinning and mining. Now the next step for setting up your Demon Hunter is by going over to WoD and getting the scrolls, in which you can then start gathering out in the real world any of that. You don't need to worry about your skills and all that stuff. Now your Demon Hunter is pretty much done, so let's get on to the next part. Add-ons. Now what you want to have is at least either Auctionator, Auctioneer, but personal preference, I use TSM. Thank you for one of my subscribers for pushing me onto TSM, as I now actually have it set up and it works even better than Auctioneer. But now I'm rambling, so we'll get back to this. Use TSM, download the Undermine Journal add-on, have Loot Appraiser for when you're doing your farming. Now this is really straightforward. All you really need is your TSM and, well, your auctioning add-on. That's what you mainly need. I would suggest that you use Postal as well, because this is a really good add-on for just opening all the mail. But in the last patch, they introduced a button in which you can now open all your mail. But I still use Postal because it tells me how much gold I looted at the end of it. So it gives me a nice round number of how much gold I am making a day. Control. Now controlling a market is really straightforward. All you really got to do is though pick a market. I personally pick transmog because it's really easy for me to sell, and I have a lot of experience selling transmog, so I know the market pretty much very well. So pick a market on which you actually use quite a bit, and it will give you a helping hand. Now what you want to do is set up your add-ons for controlling that certain part of the market, and then going out and farming them. Personally with transmog, when I set up a new toon on a new server, I run every single dungeon in vanilla and BC. I also run a fire lounge just for a bit of raw gold and some of the BOEs. This helps out quite a lot. Now it's just relatively straightforward. All you got to do is just keep on your farming every day. Like you could literally just log on, do like a 20-minute run of stockades, and then send all the greens over to your alt, and then just start selling. It's relatively straightforward, as because I use TSM, it does it for the market value. But picking something else other than transmog is really... Personally, I have found that battle pets on higher pop servers sell for less. So basically, if you are on a high pop server, buy out the low priced ones, because on a low pop server, the lower priced battle pets will sell for more, and they are account bound, so you can make money flipping those through servers. Now I have a setup of around 4 different characters on 4 different realms. or 4 different servers to be precise. And what I do on a regular basis is just farm like an hour a day on each server, and I make around about 3,000 to 5,000 gold a day, adding up to nearly around about 37 to about 40,000 gold per week per character. Now that adds up to either around about 86k to around about 114k a week through just selling transmog and doing an hour's run on each character every day. Now I know a lot of people don't have a lot of time, but you literally can make a lot of gold through this. Now if we did a 1 hour farm just doing transmog like on each server for every day. Now this is a relatively straightforward process and I hope you guys like it, because it works for me and I really do hope it works for you. Now I hope you like this video on how to control different multiple servers, markets, and as always, have an awesome day guys.